Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you have a chance to get Tom Brady, you take that opportunity, even though Jameis Winston is your quarterback last year. Threw for over 5,100 yards, but he also threw 30 interceptions. Tom Brady threw just 8 in New England last season. They figured that can be the difference to get that team into the playoffs and maybe back to the Super Bowl.
Brady now on first down to Evans on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Tom Brady, of course, a member of the Bucs now, but it was these Giants who were his Super Bowl nemesis. Twice they were able to take down Brady's Pats in Super Bowls 42 and 46. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Brady's throw there complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. Leading them out, the man known as Danny Dimes, their 2nd-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket. But when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it. And he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Shaq Barrett, last year's sack leader, gets in there to register another one. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here's Mickens to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3-2, and their three-game win streak snapped Thursday night in Chicago, Week 5, losing 20-19. And, of course, that was kind of billed as a rematch between Tom Brady and Nick Foles, opposing QBs in Super Bowl 52. And Brady had never lost on Thursday night in his career. He was 7-0 prior to that one. And, Charles, it really had a bizarre finish.
To put it mildly, there's Tampa Bay trying to make their final drive with a chance to win it. You expect Tom Brady to lead something really strong and give them that opportunity. And somehow he lost track of downs. Now, it happens to all of us, right? We're all human. We just don't expect it out of maybe the GOAT, right? So it does happen. He's showing the four fingers to the official like, isn't it fourth down? And they're like, no, that was fourth down. So a major surprise. Love how his head coach Bruce Arians jumped in and defended him. Tom Brady never really truly addressed it right after the game. Bottom line, though, this Tampa Bay team, they lost a tough one on the road, but they're still going to be a playoff contender.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Operating from the gun, Brady, and that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Well, the ball goes back to the New York Giants, and obviously, Charles, not the way that Giants fans wanted to start this season, 0-5. It's not a silver lining, but they have been in quite a few of these games, including Week 5 at Dallas, losing 37-34. Yeah, I would say, though, if you look at the NFC East and how down it is, they're not out of it, right? I mean, they're only a couple of games out of first place at this point.
Yeah, you just mentioned before it wasn't a silver lining. That last part you just brought up, that is a silver lining. Just a couple of games back in the NFC East. So if anyone could ever get on a semi-hot streak and win 3 in a row, they could break this division wide open, and the Giants have to say to themselves, why not us? Now, here's a great opportunity to gain some ground coming up. 2 games within the division, host Washington, and then a Thursday night matchup in Philadelphia. Both of them out there for the taking if the Giants can put it together.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They toss right to Lewis. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Brady, and a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. So after the INT, it's Brady. Quick slant to Brown. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Brady going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Leonard Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. and bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Jones, off play action. Looking for Shepard deep. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dexter Lawrence. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Here's Brady to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones. Flushed out right. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now Jones on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run with Lewis. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Jones over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones now throwing on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They run. This is Lewis. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Now, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Brady going to find Jones here out of the backfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. – 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Brady again. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading him out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Succop's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from the former Duke man, Daniel Jones. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New York ready to go again offensively. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Caught right side, Tate. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now it's Penny. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. And I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jones. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Brady to throw again. And Brate, the tight end's got it. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, Keeps the sticks moving.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
From the gun on third down, Brady. He's got Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That gain on third down, good for 28. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Brady on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Defense, get out the field, defense. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Lewis here on first down, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Lewis. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Brady to Evans on the slant. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Brady's throw there complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Brady again. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Brady now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A second down run with Lewis. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, Jones. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This from 42 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Succop's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie it.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes, if the opening's there. Someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3. Put that on the board and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
being chased out left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Let's do it.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Back to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. 16 yards, a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Jones operating from the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 4, 40 seconds to go. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now Brady. He finds an opening past the 40. And he finds Gronk. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. To throw is Brady. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.